Y'all know what it is. Eagles Way of Boxing. That was all the noise there. Boy, the eagle. Eagle screaming. I can't hear him, but I can see him. I can see when he's yelling out. He's screaming quite loud. Quite loudly on that. Anyway, good Monday to everybody. Good Monday. Great Monday. It may not be great, but I'm saying it should be great for you though. Always have a great day no matter what. It's your greatest day that you could have, no matter what you feel, no matter what you feel about anybody. It's still your greatest day. Up to date, Michael Johnson, Boxing Talking More. Salute, brother. Also, Ray Taylor Robinson up in there. Stop changing your name so much, man. You everybody. He said salute to Batman. Let me see if Michael got Michael Johnson. But I was just thinking about you, brother. I said Michael Johnson Boxing Talk don't come see Eagle no more. He said that's what the white teacher was playing in the classroom. A lot of people making comments about that. I don't even think I was so mad. Not really mad, but I was so upset that I don't even think I ever did. I don't think I even heard the music, Michael Johnson Boxing Talking More. I don't think I heard the music. Because I was so upset with her that all I was concentrating on her. All I can do is concentrating on her. All I can do is concentrate on her. I couldn't concentrate on the music because she was just like, it was more, I don't know if it was, I don't know if I was really angry. I was just, I say the words. I usually don't talk like this, but I was saying to myself, what is this bitch doing? Okay, you said you'd be live, y'all be out, and I'll be at work. Okay, yeah. Well, who knows, man? If I get back into my regular schedule, I might have to do a late show. That way everybody ends up catching me. Yeah, the music was a joke, but she was wrong. Yeah, she was wrong. I'll tell you what you do. I don't know how old you guys are. Well, Ray, I know how old you are, but you have to go back. See, the thing about it is we got to go back to, I'm going to tell you what it is. Usually, cartoons tell the true feelings of people in the USA. And that's the truth. Cartoons tell the main truth. And so what you have to do, Queen out there, hey, Lala D. Mwah, mwah. Yeah, so the cartoons tell the truth. And a lot of people think, that's racist. No, cartoons tell the truth. Usually when somebody starts doing depictions and they start doing drawings and stuff, they mean that shit. Artistic expression is an expression of a person. It's the feelings of a person. And yes, they tell you right off the bat that was abstract. If they tell you it's an abstract or something like that, and you get it, then that means you take into account anything that you want to, you put that in your mind. If they don't tell you that. But cartoons, even if no matter how vague they look, it's realism. But Lala D say, hey, it's Cynthia, and she has her hearts up, and of course I'm a king. Lala D said, good afternoon to Ray, and Lala D said, Michael Johnson, Boxer Talking More, king. Yeah, but see, you start the conversation off before I can even get started. And I don't know. It's just I don't believe in coincidence. You guys always, people talk about coincidence, but I don't believe in coincidence. And that was just on my mind. Michael Johnson's boxing talk I was just thinking about him. He comes in and he's just brings up something that Derek Bailey sent it to me like about a week. It's been like about a week or something like that ago, or something like that. He said, check this shit out. And I was like, okay, because he sent that to me on Instagram. So I went and checked it out. But go back and look at the older cartoons, and the older cartoons would tell you the reality. They would tell you the true feelings of these people. When I say these people, I'm not making a general statement on anybody like the whole United States. It's just the people that are in charge of what you listen to, what you hear, and what you see. And why would that be? Why is that important? Why is it important for a group of people to be in charge of your senses and you not be in charge of your senses? You can always protect, and that's usually what we do, is we protect. Like we protect our children. We protect our family, and we keep certain stuff out of their faces. Like, no, they're not going to read that. They're not going to look at that. And that's the way that we respond. Like I said, I was just like, what is this thing doing? What is she doing? That's all I was thinking, is like, what the hell is that supposed to be? But then within days of me looking at that, I seen about 2 or 3 cartoon depictions of the same type of energy towards Native Americans, or used to be Native Americans. We're not Native Americans anymore. I don't even know what it's appropriate to call us. I don't know if it's appropriate to call us Indians or not. We call us some of us like to be called the origin. I'm original, so I say I'm Aborigine, or I'm not Aborigine, because Aborigine is too abstract for me. Just saying it, Aborigine. No, I'm not Aborigine. I'm just Origine. I don't know. You could get upset. I'm sorry about that noise. I'm just sitting here snapping my fingers together like. Now we could be upset, or we could be smart. It's always two ways. At least 2 ways to do stuff. And usually they tell you a lie. They usually tell you it's the right way and the wrong way. No, it's an easy way. It might be an easier way. It might be a fast way. Some stuff you don't take shortcuts. For instance, I worked with nuclear weapons, and when you work with nuclear weapons, you do not take shortcuts. Certain stuff you don't take. I mean, I can take that back and say that you could take shortcuts, but you don't take severe. It depends on what process you're at, as far as like taking shortcuts. A shortcut. Let's say, for instance, I'm shooting off a weapon, and a shortcut is like, I got a heavy round because I'm shooting a cannon, more or less. I'm just going to use the word cannon. So I'm shooting off a cannon. So I'm shooting off a cannon. So I make a line to pass that shell over to me, pass all those shells over to me to where I got the cannon, right? And then we got so many people that's going to load that. That's a shortcut. Because we start like a train to get them over there. We're not, you can only drive so close, and deliver them like that. You're not going to run them back and forth like that there. Lala D says, is it foundational black Americans? True first Americans? Hell, I don't know. I just want to put this I want to put this the right way. I don't want to put it the wrong way. Out of all the continents and all the different rules of each continent, all of a sudden, like I said, this people think this started a long time ago. It didn't start a long time ago. This is recent. It's recent, far as like the rule itself is recent. The rule is recent, and the separatist ways is recent. You gotta look at it like that first, and then you have to look at, because in order to cast a spell on those who aren't accepting of the spell, you have to keep it going. In other words, you have to keep saying things that are derogatory, things that are, demeaning and hurtful. You have to keep saying those things over and over again. It's just me and you? Okay, dear, that's good. It was Michael Johnson's Boxing Talk, and more. Ray's probably working. He came in talking about Slew Back, man. He's probably working, but he'll pop in and out. Michael Johnson's Boxing Talk and more. He said he's at work. A lot of you guys are at work right now. I just happen to be able to come in at a certain time. It might be just us, but that's fine. Whoever it is. If it's us, then we can have this conversation, because the other conversation. It's kind of an easy boxing story. I have a few things on my mind, but the story for boxing for this week is the past weekend is pretty cut and dry, pretty easy. Yeah. No, we got a couple. They'll pop in and out. They'll come in and then they'll leave. They'll pop back in and leave. Yeah. Yeah, I went. Yeah, I seen your little pages, Lala. Believe me, I always go see you when I get a chance. I try to start a little trouble when I go see you, but my trouble is not big. When I go see you, my trouble is just like real small. I try to have more trouble with you, but I'm not that big of a troublemaker. Only if I go to if I purposely go to a chat that I've never been to and I just start saying stuff, people get mad. They get butthurt over their little fighter. Oh, my fighter! It's my fighter! It's my guy! They get all upset about it. It's like, who cares? You know what I mean? I don't care. If that's your guy, that's your guy. But who cares? No, I don't care. I don't care if it's your guy. Who cares? That's your guy. Oh, that's my guy. Ha, ha, ha. I don't care if that's your guy. Is he breaking you off some bread? If he's not breaking you off some bread, then he's not breaking you off some bread. Okay, so back to the thought, and then I'll read what you have. D-Ray off a phone is up in here. See? There goes somebody. Okay, so he said he's ready for his crow. But anyway, hey, hit my thumbs up before you come in this chat room. Y'all make sure you hit my thumbs to the up in the sky. Like this way. This. Even if they have one like this, then you hit that one. If they have one like this, then you hit that. Whichever one they got. Okay, so back to the thought. So, Michael Johnson Boxing Talk, you better be in here, man, because you come in, you're starting wars, and then you just leave. I don't want you to be an instigator. But you started a fight, and then you left the room. You left the room real quick. A lot of these noticed, and she said, oh, she's the only one here left. But, yeah, get back in here if you're going to start. Don't start fights in Eagles Web and then leave, because you can get necked yourself. So it was done. It was a purpose, because they have they have a certain agenda, and I don't care. People can think there's conspiracy or whatever. No, it's because everything they talk about is coming true. Everything they talk about is coming true. Like when they talk about the WWO, if you don't think it's coming true, then something's wrong with you. Europeans, they tried it. Remember, they was messing with this euro thing, and they still mess with it, but it's like a lot of countries are trying to they're getting sour on it because their own public, like their own public is like, no, well, what about our own money? What happened to our money? What, we don't have our money anymore? But now they're making money insignificant. Money has never been significant until they made money significant. You see what I mean? It's never been significant. They made it significant, but now they're trying to make it insignificant by coming up with all kinds of virtual monies or cryptocurrencies and all this type of stuff where people, you can mine it and all that. Huh? You can mine something that's crypto? They're making you feel like there's databases where you could just tap in and get money or something. I don't understand it, but it's weird for me. But you're going to be strong. It depends on how your seed of life was planted in this earth. Because everybody has their own strong roots that goes down. And some of us, we get some roots cut off. But that doesn't, sometimes those are missing roots. Those are like little roots. You need them, but if they're not there, you're okay. You know, everything's just planted on the earth, not the ocean, because the ocean is on the earth, but it's not the earth. A lot of people don't get that. The ocean's on the earth, all the waters, they're on the earth, but they're not the earth. Earth, that's what it means. Earth is the hardness, the soil, the substance of this world is the earth. That's what real earth is. That's why they have stuff such as what's called earth movers. They're called earth movers. They're not called world movers or nothing else. They're not called spherical movers. They're called earth movers. And they move parts of the earth. That's what they actually do. They actually dig into the earth. They move so much of it that they're moving earth. Now, you can argue with that point if you want, but that's okay. I'm not here to fight with you on it today. But once you have those strong roots into the ground, then you can explore outside. Any seed that's planted that reaches for the sky, it doesn't reach into the ground, except for there is some plants that do go back into the ground, which is kind of weird, like peanuts. Do you know peanuts go back into the ground? It's like their flowers hate the sky, like, let me bury myself. I don't know, it's kind of a weird plant. I don't know. And I love them. But maybe that's something we shouldn't even be messing with. But that's another story. So all this stuff is implanted into their minds. And even though they try to live. And some of them, they make it to like 110, 120, a lot of them. But eventually they die, and they have to pass that on they have to pass the hate on. Simple as that. If you can't see it, then you just can't see it. I'm not going to try to make you see it. But one of the base things they do is those cartoons tell the truth. This is our true feelings. And you go back and watch these stupid cartoons, and you would see. And so Michael Johnson, Boxer Talking More, he brings this up. He leaves. But I've seen it on cartoons. I saw it on the Flintstones 2 or 3 times. Where they were, the main character Fred was doing he did a rain dance, and then he did a sun dance, and that's not how you do a rain dance, and that's not how you do a sun dance. And for rain dance, there's certain sounds that have to be projected up into the atmosphere, and which actually work in a certain environment. And sometimes it works in other environments. It depends on who you're calling. Sometimes let's say it's supernatural. A lot of times, some of the stuff that's done, and some of the things that are done are just natural things. They're natural occurrences. But we wouldn't be in this trouble, for one thing, I remember I just talked about the roots and stuff and the trees and all that. If they wouldn't have got rid of the biggest trees in the world. You get rid of all the big trees, you're in a lot of trouble. Because those take care, you have certain animals that, they farm the land. They take care of the land. And then you got trees that take care of the land too. I'm just tired of people. I'm just tired of the stupidity. always have to deal with these type of things. And the lady was way out of pocket. I don't know if you guys know what they're talking about. I don't even have the link. If somebody got the link, you guys can give it to them. But the lady was way out of pocket doing that. She was way out of line. And she just did it in front of everybody. And she had like maybe 3-4 feathers up front. They looked fake, like made out of paper or what, I don't know. And she's hopping around doing, I mean, yeah, just disrespectful. Just disrespectful. You disrespect us like that, but then you want to stick a needle in us. I know some of y'all got that needle. That's on you. I'm not here to criticize you or nothing like that, but just think about it. I don't want venom from a snake, and I don't want venom from a man. I just don't want your venom. You keep your venom. Because the only thing I know about venom is poisonous. I have never heard of a venom that's helpful. Oh, this is good venom. Yeah, right. Even Spider-Man has an alter ego, right? Yeah, but Michael Johnson Boxer's talking more, says the music wasn't a joke. And then Lala D came in. I already read that. Not going to big up myself too much. But she said, hey, Santhea. She said, good afternoon to Ray. Michael Johnson Boxer talking more. She says that to him. Lala D said, okay, she said, foundationally Black American, true first Americans. She said, hell, I don't know. Yeah. I know we get stuck. And once you get stuck on colors and stuff, that's when you're in trouble. I always tell people we are a different type of rainbow. The native people, we're a different type of rainbow. If you sit back and just think, okay, let me just go ahead and let me throw this out there, because there's a lot of countries over in Africa, right? And so black people come from Africa. That's just a general statement. That's a general consensus. So black people come from Africa, right? All kinds of people in Africa. Okay, so since you're going to use that statement, let's break this down a little bit. So if you come from Africa, so there's lots of countries in Africa. Which country do you come from in Africa? How come that's never debated? When people say that, how come that's never debated? Which country is it? Because we know what you mean when you say that. You're trying to say that the black people come from a certain bush people. That's what you're trying to say. And that they, if you look at certain tribes, you never see their hair over half an inch long. Is your hair over half an inch long? Huh? And then let's talk about genes on top of that. Let's talk about genes. Well, you got dominant genes and you got recessive genes, right? So your dominant genes are the ones that they keep passing their self by. They keep coming up. So when it comes to passive genes and dominant genes, you are rarely, if any, going to see the passive gene passed on. But a lot of times, that dominant gene is always passed on. And you have people in your family, you say, wait a minute, your hair ain't half inch long. It's all the way down to your knees. So if your hair is all the way down to your knees, that's kind of killing the whole idea that you're a bush person from Africa. Because if anything, that gene should have been more dominant, right? So which genes are really dominant? Are they lying to you about certain genes being dominant? Are they lying to you? Here's my opine on it. Salute to Derek Bailey out there. My opine on it is that a dominant gene is a gene that is a changeable gene that they're not telling you about. That's my idea. That's my opine about it. It's a dominant gene that can change. That it could give a person in your family straight hair or wavy hair or curly hair. It's a passable gene because that's what they're telling you. A passable gene, the one that comes up in somebody else, is the dominant gene. And this is just a theory of mine. I'm going to say it as a theory because I'm not going to use it as scientific fact. I'm gonna use it as intellectual fact because I see it all throughout my family. Everybody in my family, every single person in my family has different hair. Every single person in my family. Every single person. Not one of us have the same hair. Not one. Now, we have hair that's close to each other's hair, but not the same exact hair. Nobody. Not one of us. And I see Sir Flame out there. Salute Sir Flame. And you can check. Some people's hair in my family, touches the floor. And some people's hair in the family don't touch the floor. I'm not saying nobody's hair in my family is like was ever like short. You know what I'm saying? Was never rolled tight to the scalp. I'm sorry. Because if that's a dominant gene, then there should be because that's what they're saying when they say you come from Africa. They're trying to say that that's the person that you come from has 1/2 inch hair. And none of you have 1/2 inch hair. So what does that say? Something's wrong, man. Their whole ideology, something's wrong. And that's something wrong with that. And when you say the nappiest hair, that's some words that they made up. Your hair is either going to be like curl. A curl is actually, the genetics for a curl is the same. This curl is just different. The hair cells are different. I think those are they're flatter cells. Straighter hair, I think the cells are more round. And then wavy hair is just more. But what I'm saying is that, just hear me out, is that whoever's in charge of the genome for hair has to be a changeable gene. Has to be a gene that reacts a certain way with other genes. Like for instance, if a couple gets together, let's say for instance the guy has he has straight hair, but within him the gene can change. I mean, the hair, it could change. He marries a wife with straight hair, and the kid comes up with curly hair. How does that happen? With curly hair, when I say curly, it's like wool, but it's curl. And Lala D, we had this little quick discussion that you was telling me that there's different grades of wool. I challenge you, or I challenge anybody to show me wool that is rolled down to 1/4 inch. I challenge any of you to show me any animal with wool that is rolled down to 1/4 inch. As a matter of fact, just go pull out some wool. Just get wool, even if they mix the sheeps and goats up. Get some wool and see what the wool looks like. And then we'll fight from there. I'll do a slideshow. I'll do a PowerPoint. I'll just kill your point. I'll just kill it. So that way you're okay. I'm gonna hurt your feelings because I'm gonna kill your whole ideology about the wool. I'm gonna kill it. Because wool. And the reason people think that their hair is woolly is because they told you that your hair was woolly. Oh, you woolly head in. You woolly head this or woolly head. Yeah, guess what? Native Americans got woolly hair. We got all the hair that there is. We got all varieties of hair except for straight, thin hair. We don't have that hair. Straight is not a you pass go for free. Straight is, there's levels of straight. There's levels of curly. You gotta think about it. There's levels, just like there's levels in this boxing, which we're gonna get back to. And I'm sorry to my guests is just visiting. You guys are looking in. This ain't boxing talk. Yeah, but this is grown folks talk right now. Because we do boxing talk in here and we do grown folks talk. And Michael Johnson's boxing talk and more came in starting the fight. And I had just looked at it. I think I responded to Derek Bailey because I had just got that information. I just finally opened it up. And I seen her. I seen the white woman in there, and I'm gonna say white woman because I don't know her nationality, but it's politically correct, I guess, to say white. And I seen her in there acting a fool, and nobody was in shock. Nobody told her, you know what, that's disrespectful. Teacher, sit your ass down. Nobody said nothing Because anytime it's an authority where we think there's an authority, then we just go ahead and let them say what they're going to say. At least I allow debates and stuff in here. We can talk about it. Yep. She says, just us in here at Sunday. Let me get through some of these. I know I'm way behind. She says, I'm more at work, but I can listen and work for a few. No, you ain't listening and working for a few. You adding all kinds of comments and stuff. Lola D crying. She said, I love when you antagonize me. You love it? I'm going to keep getting you. I just can't do it as good as some people when it comes to you and my people. I can't. I can bother. I even bother D-Lo every once in a while, but I don't never hit anybody in here hard. Everybody knows me. I'm mild mannered against you guys. Yeah. Ask D to the Bailey. D to the Bailey. He's in here all the time, so he'll let anybody know. He knows Eagles temperament. He knows that when Eagles people in here is different. Even if I'm yelling at y'all, it's a whole different way. But if he knows that somebody else come in here, a lot of times they won't even get rid of him because they let me get a piece first. I'm like, yeah, I got to eat first. Let me tear his ass up a little bit before y'all chew him up and spit him out. It's up to me. I'm the flesh ripper. I got to rip all the flesh off the bones first, and then I let Sir Flame and them, they can take care of the carnage. D-Way off the phone said, here. He said, here for boxing and here for my crow. No, you don't get no dessert afterwards. You just eat that crow. And I know some of us got to eat crow on that herring. Well, I don't even have my list, but I know I said Stevenson was going to win. But, we like herring because of the personality. But it just shows that a lot of times that styles make fights, and sometimes people just outbox you. They just say, your skill set is just not high enough. I wouldn't discourage him. You got to do more. Don't get out of boxing. Because I heard some talk that he wants to get out of boxing. Don't get out of boxing. You're a good fighter. You just got to step it up. You just wasn't ready for the upper class yet. D-Ray Alpha Phone said, Lala D said salute to the queen. Lala D at D-Ray. She got the hands up good. With the heart. Derek, baby, I come for the whole... he said I come from the whole continent. There you go. Come from the whole continent. This whole earth. The whole earth is a continent. There's only one continent, and that's Australia for some reason. And to be honest, Australia is, you can fight with me about it, but Australia, I really believe that Australia was an experimental lab for this earth. And it wasn't necessarily, I'm not saying it was from the creator, but it's an experimental lab. Yep. So you can take that any way you want to. And you probably understand what I mean, that those things there are completely, they're just weird stuff. There's some weird stuff down there, and it's like, a lot of the stuff is like, some of the stuff you can tell that belongs, like most of you can tell when scavengers belong. You're like, okay, we have certain scavengers. Like in America, we didn't have pigs. I know y'all love to eat your pork chops and all that, but we didn't have pigs. We didn't need pigs. And I talked about this before. We had the vultures and stuff like that. We had the buzzards, vultures, whatever, the condors, raptors. We had certain, we had enough bugs and everything else to get rid of whatever carnage was left on top of the earth. See, and we didn't need pigs. But pigs were introduced. Pigs and horses, all that stuff was introduced over here. We didn't need that. We didn't need none of that stuff. We did not need it. Because we had different ranges, like mountain ranges. We had places where we could trap and hunt, where we didn't need horses. We didn't have to track in 100 miles, 200 miles in, because everything was given to us at one point until they just destroyed. Until you look at Buffalo Mountain, Buffalo Skull Mountain. Just look at that. I know. Have you guys ever seen a picture of that? Probably D to the Bailey has seen it, but the rest of y'all need to see it. This destroyed buffalo. Who does that? Now you tell me there's somebody that's not insane or something's wrong with their brain for them to destroy all the animals of your land and all the plant life and everything else of your land. You tell me that something's not wrong with somebody. And they still keep you here after all that. Yeah. But Derek Bailey said salute at Eagles Web Boxing. Salute back to Derek Bailey again. D-Ray offer phone at Derek Bailey. Salute. Derek Bailey, peace to the queen at Lala D. Derek Bailey, salute at Ray Robinson. Yep, Ray. Lala D said Derek Bailey, yeah, with those hands up. She got the hands up with the heart. I'm going to go ahead and read it out early, 2 minutes early on this. Sir Flame says salute to Eagles Web, salute to the chat. And as always, he said jab that like button, y'all. He said, oh, y'all neck. He said, don't get neck and Eagles Web Boxing. Got that hunted up good with those things, baby, that fire in those gloves. So watch out for Sir Flame. Because that's why his name is Sir Flame. You come in here with that. He didn't say nothing about smoke. He talking about roasting. Okay. Derek Bates says salute at Michael Johnson's box talking more. D-Ray off the phone says, Sir Flame, he got those fire up real good. Sir Flame says salute to the queen at Lala D with the crown up. Michael Johnson's box talking more. Said, Derek, what it do, brother? Derek Bates says salute at Sir Flame. Michael Johnson's box talks to me. I got the nappy's hair. Yeah, but your hair is... I know they got songs about the nappy hair, peasy hair, whatever, but that's beside the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is that even like a sheep, their hair gets nappy. It gets wooled up, but it don't get rolled tight down to the scalp, is what I'm trying to tell you. And a lot of people don't like that. They think that's not racist. It's factual. It's facts. It's facts. That's all it is. But that's not to say that you don't have that genome in you to make to have straight hair. That doesn't say that. That's not what it's saying. No matter what your hair type. Because you can ask Ray. Ask D-Ray. Ask Super Def. You know, what hair looks like in our family. You know, because you got people who got hair all the way down to their feet. You know, their hair had to be put up. You know, you got to stand across the room to braid their hair up. Or they'll trip over their hair. And you got some people with, you know, this, like, I don't know, it's just like, it's wool. I call it original wool because it's, I mean, you can brush it, but you have to do something to it. And I think that's the original, like the original people had the hair of wool. It only makes sense that that in order for you to go to each extreme, it's just like water. So water has a pH of 7, right? And water would be considered on the alkaline side. And then when you start getting lower on the pH balance, then you start getting into the acid side. When you get down in the 5s, you start getting heavier and heavier acid. Anything past the 7, you start getting more alkaline. And that's what you need for your body. You need all this stuff that's alkaline. That protects your body. That's just something I want to throw in there. So all the alkaline type of stuff. Same thing with the hair. You got to have a hair that, think about it. You got to have a hair that's neutral. That's not quite is rolled up, if you might want to call it. And it's not so straight. In order to create all these other variables. You have to have something this kind of on both sides. Like this is in between both. So that is the one that can create, if you look at it physically, that's the one that can create either side. Either curly or straight. Straight would never be able to create rolled down to the scalp. And rolled down to the scalp would never be able to create straight. But one in the middle, that's just my opinion. Because I look at it, you guys always look at it, what scientists and archaeologists come up with, all this bullshit they come up with. I'm looking at it with common sense. Common sense tells me that this is how it has to be. That it has to be, so the hair was more of a, let's say big curl or wave, like a big curl or wave. That's the original people. And we can box about it. I don't care. I'm ready to fight. So if you want to box with me about it, we can do that. But no, I doubt that, brother. He said he got the nappiest hair. Nobody got the nappiest hair. Come on. I got the nappiest hair. But Sir Flame says salute at D-Ray. Then Sir Flame again at Derek Bailey. Sir Flame again at Michael Johnson's Boxing Talk and More. Derek Bailey, what are we talking about? Oh, Michael Johnson's Boxing Talk and More came up. You remember that little cartoon you sent me? Not a cartoon, but it was an animation. Remember that lady? The lady that was doing the disrespectful, like hopping around dancing and pretend like she had feathers on. First thing that Michael Johnson's Boxing Talk came in, before he even said salute. I believe he didn't even say salute. He just came in. He said that teacher, what that white teacher was playing in the classroom. Yeah. See, that's how he started off the conversation. He came in with that white teacher, and you had sent me that, and I had just got a chance to look at it. I was like, oh shit, I know what he's talking about, and I was just mentioning that. Yeah, I'd seen some cartoons. I said the best way to find out, the true feelings is go back and look at some of the old cartoons. Even the new cartoons, just go look at them. You'll see all the racism in there. They got the native man with a nose. Look at my face. I got a big ass nose, right? See my nose? But my nose ain't out to here. You probably can't see can you see my hand still? They make it to where the cartoon where the native have a nose that's all the way out to here. And he talks like me make 'em bigger fire. Like that. That's the way that they have them talking. Big ass nose, make his skin red, nose way out to here. You think those people don't think about you a certain way? I don't give a shit what somebody tells you. That's the way you're thought of. That's the way you've always been thought of. That's the only way until you stand up as being who you are, the original people. You gotta start checking these people every time they say something. Why you make fun of the original people of this earth? You got to start using that in your vocabulary more than anything else. Don't get mad. So they're always making fun of the original people of this earth. Why? You start putting their ass in check, and I guarantee you, all that conversation starts to just fizzle out. Because then you put yourself in your place and you put them in their place. See, if something's in this place, then everything else has to go in place. You know what I mean? If the proper things are in place, then everything else has to be in place. Right? The whole house is immaculate, right? The broom and closet are put away. Everything is in this place. All the cups are on and hanging where they're supposed to, or on the shelves. Everything's in order. See? But you're not in order. You're not in order, and they are out of order. And since you're not in order, then you don't correct it. But once you start correcting it, then it has to fall back in place. Oh, I'm sorry. Even if they're not sorry, they got to say it. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about, Derek. That's how we started off the show. Michael Johnson Boxing Talk, his fault bringing that shit up. But Sir Flay says saluted Michael Johnson Boxing Talking More. Michael Johnson Boxing Talking More, he's right back. He said when I'm at the barbershop, I'll be like, hold up, homie. You gonna need a stronger comb. Yeah, he like, don't be breaking my comb. Don't break your comb. No, I'm gonna tell you something, Michael Johnson Boxing Talk. Your hair, you probably got the most beautiful hair, brother. But the thing about it is, it was never talked about of how to properly take care of your hair. You got people taking care of your hair. They know how to cut and style, but they never knew how. They never knew the oils and stuff that you need to put in your hair. And they never taught you how to really treat your hair. Your hair just has to be treated differently. Because your hair is for your hair is for a certain, environment, just like everybody. If you look at animals are made for certain environments, right? Like a polar bear. A polar bear ain't made for Africa, right? Even though life started in Africa, how the hell did polar bear get way over here if life started there? We're not even gonna fight about that today. But anyway, Michael Johnson Boxer talking more. He said, "Sir Flame." He said a lot. He said, "What it do?" But Lala D said good stuff for Sunthea. 100. Yeah, it's because you have to. All this, you got to erase all this scientific shit because you're not talking to scientists. You're not talking about scientists. You are the original. You're the original scientists, the real scientists, the ones that deal with the chemicals, the chemical makeup of stuff. That's science. You're dealing with experimenters. They'll blow themselves up trying to experiment and do shit. That's not science. You know, they were taught how to make gold. How to make gold. You heard what I said? They were taught how to make gold. But the reason they were taught how to make gold wasn't the reason they were taught how to make gold wasn't for the reason that they took it for. It wasn't for greed. It wasn't. We're not going to get into all this, but I'm just throwing little snippets out there for you to pay attention, for you to go get information. Derek Bailey said at Michael Johnson Boxer Talking More, he's crying. Yep, yeah. Lala D say Surf Flame, what it do? Michael Johnson Boxer Talking More again. He said la. He said I would break a rat tail comb quick. That boy's stupid today. I'm not gonna mess with Michael Johnson today. But we missed the brother. He hadn't been in for a while. We missed you. But anyway, before you come in Eagles Way of Boxing, hit that thumbs up. If you came here for your crow plate, but don't worry, I'm going to turn it to the page. We're going to all talk about the crow that we got to eat. It's a short topic, really. I mean, it doesn't have to be that long. But in Eagles Way of Boxing, we talk about grown folk stuff too. Because we're living this life. We're living the life. And we got to get past some of these obstacles that are in our way. Things that hold us back mentally. And that also ends up holding us back spiritually. See, Derek Bailey starting some shit with Eagle. Yes, I said the word shit on the air. Derek Bailey said, I thought she might be from your tribe, Eagle. He crying. Yeah, Derek, yeah, she from my tribe. It was a native student that recorded her. Yeah, because the natives natives are slow. Believe me, we're slow. That's how I know that we're related, because we're slow as hell. Yeah, we're slow. They still believe, oh, they're good people and this and that. And they can't wait to tease your stupid ass. And you're not stupid. It's just that your ways, they want to tease the master. It's like kids. You tease the master. You always want to tease the master. You can't be the master, but you tease the master. Things that I have genetically that's already built inside me, you could never get. You can't steal my spirit. A lot of people don't believe in spirit, but you cannot get the things spiritually that are given to me. You can't get. So you have to mock. You have to mock everything. You got to mock my ceremonies, because you'll never get out of the ceremony what I get out of it. Shameful for you. Yep. Lala D said Michael Johnson's Boxing Talking More. She's crying. Sir Flame said Sir Flame got it up quick. He said I'm ready. That's right, y'all. Come in here and you're gonna get it. Lala D said, oh shit, or something there. I think you're on something with Australia. Yeah, Australia is like that was a lab. Australia, that's why it's separate. You guys don't ever think. I mean, you guys think you guys are scholars and you guys are smart, but you guys got to think. Why is Australia separate? Because it's a lab. It's a giant laboratory. That's why. It might have been like the birthing place of all the animals all together, though. It might have been. I'm sure it looks like a lot of rejects over there for some reason. Are they necessary for the environment? Just think about this. Kangaroos necessary for the environment over there in Australia. Is it that much foliage that they need a big rodent like that to chomp on trees and shit? I don't know. Just let y'all think. I like people to think, but Lala D say, oh shit. Lala D say, I know, is where the UK sent all the rejects. Laugh out loud. No offense to anyone. See how you guys catch on to certain stuff? Matter of fact, they have, hold on, just a second. I just want to make sure I get the name right. I have to look. Okay, so I'll get back to reading. Don't worry. We're gonna get this chat going. You guys be turning my damn chat up sometimes. You guys are funny, but I love it. So just to show you, because it's something you just don't. You never believe anything. Now somebody just bought that up, and I am over 21, so I could do. I'm not advertising this, but I'm gonna put it up here, and I'm gonna show you. This is a wine bottle. See? See what it says? Can y'all read what it says? Let me put it right there so y'all can see what it says, right? Now, called 19 Crimes. Right? This wine comes out of that area. And you can get an app for it. It's interactive. And that little picture on there will talk. From if you put your phone up to it, it will talk and tell you what crimes they had committed. So this is a proudful people. These people are so proud of doing evil shit that they even made up a wine. They call it 19 Crimes. 19 Crimes, COVID-19. No, 19. Everything's about that 19, right? The average age of a soldier in Vietnam was 19. I don't know, something about that 19, huh? 19. It's amazing. That's a coincidence, isn't it? Isn't that a coincidence? The number 19 means so many different things. 19. Things that make you go, what the F? Let me keep going. I don't want to, because I know I probably gave out too many gems already, and somebody's brain is already frying. But my brother's ready though. Surf Flame ready. I can see he got those things up. Pork. Surf Flame said no pork on my plate. Michael Johnson's Boxing Talking More didn't want me to see what he wrote or something. But Derek Bailey said that's true at Lala D. Yep. You see, Lala D. Buffalo meat better for you than cow meat. Laughing out loud. If you have to eat the flesh of an animal, yes. I would say buffalo's better. A lot better. It's not a rejected animal. Because a lot of animals that you deal with, those are hybrid animals. And see, they're starting to take away the term. See, they changed the term over to GMO because they started digging deeper inside the anatomy of plants and animals and the biology. So not just the botany. It's different than botany. So botany was hybrids, and a lot of those hybrids are abominations too. Sorry about that. A lot of those are abominations. You shouldn't put them into your body. They'll still do stuff to mess your body up. There's not very many things you can eat today that's not either a hybrid or a GMO. At least a hybrid. Hybrids are not going. Just like, for instance, something like broccoli, cauliflower, and a lot of these other, I think Brussels sprouts too, or cabbage. Their father plant is kale, wild kale. So those are hybrids. So what's going to be good for you is that wild kale. Okay, but let me keep going. Lala D said, Derek 100. I know I'm way behind. Y'all got me today though. Y'all started me off. Michael Johnson Boxing Talk came in just to drop that. I wonder if Eagle gonna say. He knew Eagle was good. Hey, y'all set me up there because he knew Eagle was gonna say something. Surf Flame, did he thought I wasn't gonna say something? If he come in here like that, talking like that, he knew I was gonna say something, right? But Lala said, Derek with the 100. Derek Bailey said, facts at Michael Johnson Boxing Talking More. Derek Bailey said, I read an article where a sheep got away from the herd and survived the whole winter. The wolves couldn't eat it because the sheep grew, so much wool. That's how they were able to find the sheep. Yep, that shit man, they got some sheep that got so much, only thing they would be able to eat, they'd be able to bite the, if he got down low, they had to pick him up. They probably couldn't because their whole mouth be full. I've seen sheep just got away where they had 2 years worth of wool on them. And it take them like a whole hour to shear them, an hour or two to get that stuff sheared off them. And I'm not talking about from the skin level, it's like this thick. I don't know, you can't see how far that is, but like that thick, like thick. Right? You're right. They can't get them. They use that They used to divide people, hair, skin color, and nose size. That's it. But like I said, I told you guys it's very easy if you want to learn how to, if you want to determine the skull type. And it's only a handful of skull types. Easy to figure them out. The best way to figure them out is by looking at the nasal cavity. That's the best way to figure them out. You'll become an expert just like this. You're like, these people went to school for years. I'm expert at this shit like this. Look, shit, you can dig in the ground and find shit like with the rest of the archaeologists and be able to identify what kind of skull it is. Easy stuff, man. Yeah. Y'all Sir Hussein out there. Salute to y'all, sir. I'm just not going down, y'all, sir. Michael Johnson, Boxing Talk, finally came back to the chat. He comes in starting fights with Eagle. There, a lot of these say, wow, Derek. Yeah. But y'all sir says salute to Eagle. He said nose size and length and width. I got all of it. I got the width and the length. I got a 5-inch nose, about 3.5 inches wide. This is huge. But some girl told me the other day, she said, you got a cute smile. Online, because I do a poetry thing. I do this other little joint that I do on a whole different app. But yeah, see, look at that. Some nose on me, huh? Ain't that a big? That's a beautiful nose, though. That's a beautiful nose, man. That's a beautiful nose. That nose. It ain't like this though. God dang, they be putting us. Them cartoons they be making our nose like huge. You can sword fight with them shits. You knock somebody out with a nose that big. If my nose was that big, you couldn't even punch me. All you can do is hit my nose. My nose would be like on your forehead while I'm jabbing you. All you can do is uppercut my nose. And I'll just put my nose over your shoulder. If our nose was that big, god dang, man, they dirty, man. Derek Brady said width at Sir Flame. But Sir Flame said salute at y'all Sir Hussein. Lala D at y'all Sir Hussein. She said, hey. Sir Flame said I use juices and berries. Oh, use juices and berries. Don't use that berries, man, because that's too sticky. That's all. It's certain kind of berry. You can use certain berries, but not the sweet berries. There are berries. He's true. That's true. You can use the juices of certain trees, certain bushes, and certain trees. Yeah, you can make yourself a little formula with that. I can't be specific right now. I do have some. I got some I can give you. I can't give you a lot, but there's some I can give you that will, that's really helpful and good. Michael Johnson Boxer talking more said, my wife from Nigeria, and showed me her homegirls, and all of them had weave. I had no comment. God dang. That's that poison. They make you think that something's wrong with you. Oh, well, we better all. And I noticed that a lot of cultural women, all of them, even not just. And this is a general statement because it's for all women. Because it's even no matter what their color is, all of them do this weave shit now, lace fronts and weaves and all of them adding hair. All of them add hair. Every nation adds hair now. Well, I'm not going to say every. Probably not the ladies from India because they sell the hair. A lot of the ones from China, they sell hair, but they wear wigs, though. They wear, like, Afro wigs. They were trying to bring back the Afro. They still might. I think it was Koreans or Chinese. They had these Afro wigs. They made a synthetic protein that, when they this weavable, or not weavable, but they can cotton it up to make it look like wool or like an old school Afro, 1960s Afro or something. Yep. The nice one, the big one. Okay, let me keep going. Michael Johnson about to talk more again. He said, Sir Flame, he said, laughing out loud, he said, he said, back in the days, he said, black folks made their own hair straightening. Gotta straighten it up. I gotta look like them. Why you want to look like somebody that you're not, and you're the master? I'm telling you folks that you are the master. Start letting these people know that you're the master. And they start shutting the F up. Why are you treating the original person, the original man and woman of this earth the way that you treat us? Is it only because you can, or Or are you just inbred with so much evilness that you could never act right? So you gave them two questions. Those two questions they have, if those two questions are not answered properly, or how could you think about it? How could you answer those two questions? Is it because it's just inherently, is it in you, or you just can't get right? Damn, that's just two questions. Shit, both of those questions are hard. Both of those hurt the inside of your system. Yep. But Lala D said, Cynthia, you can't be throwing gems out there and then leave us hanging. He said, tell us about making gold. No, we ain't telling you about no making no gold. Stop it. Look at it. That's all y'all folks think about. I want to get blinged up. Look at Lala. All I got to do is get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and crush it up. You got to have equipment too, though, dear. You got to have equipment. You ain't just making gold. You got to have the equipment. And you got to have the right chemicals. I wouldn't put that on none of y'all. The Eagle said we can make gold like this. Y'all blow some shit up. It ain't gonna be on me. A lot of these says Sir Flame. She said, "Oh, that ain't nothing but a ultra perm." Y'all on that Coming to America today, huh? Good movie though. Funny stuff. Michael Johnson about talking more. He said, "What's wrong with crow meat?" I would tear that ass up. The only thing that's wrong with crow, it's actually safe for survival, but crows are just like condors and buzzards. Sometimes they eat carrion, which is rotten, decaying flesh. Sometimes they eat that. Just like pigs. See, I said we had birds take care of our stuff. We didn't have pigs. So we got ravens and crows, and we got all kinds of stuff to clean the earth. We didn't need no pigs over here. And it's cleaner when the birds do it. Because birds eat everything. Birds eat the bones. Birds can eat all that shit. Birds crunch on them bones. And then them themselves, when the excrement is, like, especially when it comes to owls and stuff, it's just like a pellet. It's just like a nice little pellet that can go right back into the earth. That's it. But go ahead and eat your crow meat. Yeah. Michael Johnson Boxer talking more again. He said natives ain't slow. They on a different frequency. You got that right. Y'all sure Hussein said Australia was an open air prison in Victorian. Times where they sent the criminals and undesirables by the shiploads. And he missed my point. Let me give it to you guys again. That's why they even came out with this. They're so proud of it that they came out with this. The reason I have it because it is good, but some of it is good. See? But this is from southeastern Australia. 19 crimes. I just gave you guys a few little things. I know some of y'all probably wrote it down. Y'all see this thing I know about you guys. See, what I know about you guys is a lot of you don't write stuff down that Eagle talks about. But I guarantee you, if you notice, if it's something that you want to grab, do you notice how you don't have to write it down? You got to write down numbers and everything else, but certain stuff that you get, see, that's how the learning process was supposed to be. See? That you get all this information, and you guys are like getting information, like, oh shit, this is more information. Eagle giving us some information. Now, a lot of times I might give you too much, and you might write, but most times you don't have to write. You just catch that shit like, I got this. You're like, oh shit, I got this. And I appreciate it, man. No haters so far. We got quite a few thumbs up. But the rest of you people that come in, you guys are welcome to join the discussion too. But right now we're not unboxing. Everybody's waiting for their plate. Like, I can't wait to get my plate. Y'all, sir, everybody's in here. Let me get that crow plate. Let Eagle break that down. I don't know. This was for me, this was a heavier subject than boxing today. I'm sorry. So this was just a heavier subject. This is something that needed to be covered. Even though I had to do it in a nutshell, maybe we have to have discussions somehow. Maybe you guys I'm gonna have to start a new Discord or something. Maybe that's just how we're gonna have to do it. Michael Johnson Boxer talking more said everything can kill you in Australia: ants, spiders, snakes, laughing out loud, and kangaroos. That's another good point. Everything, everything, and they sent killers over there. And we better send killers over there because everything over here kill you. Lizards, they got all kind. They got a lot of shit over there. But you're right, a lot of undesirables. That's where they got that name, 19 crimes. They got women over there too. Don't think they didn't send no women. They sent some women over there too. Because you have some crazy bitches. No, Derek Bailey, 100 at Yasser Hussein. And then to get Derek Bailey right back, he said, facts at Michael Johnson. About to talk more. Yasser Hussein said, oh, they gave a big national heritage park kind of area back to the natives and aborigines. Oh, wow, they gave something back. Fine. How long they hold on to shit? They hold on to shit for thousands of years, though. They give you a little spot of land. And, oh, here you go. Oh, look at this little park. Isn't this adorable? Yeah, that's bullshit. Get out of here. Give all the shit back. Stop it. Stop playing. Stop playing with us because we know what you did. And we know what you're capable of. Everything. Things that I can't imagine that you're capable of, you are capable of. Yeah, Yasser Hussein said buffalo meat is a touch tougher than ox or cow meat. You don't know how to make it, brother. You got to let the natives teach you how to make it. Now, we know how to make some buffalo, okay? And isn't that funny how he puts that together? Because buffalo and ox are the fathers of cows. Cow is not a real, it's not a real animal. Sorry. Cow is not real. It's a hybrid. But anyway, you know anything about KM, KM mineral supplement? I don't use, I showed it, you have to come in, I showed everybody what I use. I use mineral salts. I'm not sure how good they are, but they're, the one thing I like about them, it makes sense when I thought about it. The minerals that going into your body should come in a salt form rather than coming into a mineral form. You can get some things like iron, you can get some of it from mineral, but most of it I think comes from the vegetables and I think salt form. So for your iron and everything else, salt form. Let me go grab it. It should be right here next to me. Because I always have my stuff ready to go. It's funny. Like I said, there's nothing, there's no coincidence, man. That's why I keep certain stuff with me because I know my chat. I know how y'all is. And all you guys are going to have you guys going to have a question or something like that. So this is what I take. I endorse them, but you can take as many as you want until you feel better. So that's my travel pack. And this one actually has like the 12 minerals and stuff like this, has everything. And this one is considered salts. Highland. And the reason I take these, I will supplement with my native stuff because I got my native stuff here, which is my tea, which is my herbs. And I haven't taken that for a while. But if I ever get some kind of symptoms, like if I get cramps or something, I'll start taking it. Now, the reason I take those is because those don't even have to hit your stomach before they go into your system, which makes sense. Because digestion starts in the mouth, right? And so those are sublinguals. So those will go those will actually go into the capillaries, like through your mouth. You don't swallow those. Some of it goes down your throat, but those are sublinguals. You just put those underneath your tongue. And that's why I like to use those. Anything that will absorb into your body before it even hits your stomach is probably better. So that's Highland. Okay, so those are the ones I take. But anyway, D-Ray off the phone say, y'all sir, salute. If you guys need the name of that again, just let me know and I'll put it up. I'll read the whole thing off for you. But Yasser Hussein salute fam at D-Ray off the phone. Laura D said my nose is tiny, but I never had problems breathing. Yeah, I got a big ass nose. I can breathe. I need oxygen. All this pollution, I can't stand it. She said, it's actually not tiny, small. Oh, you so little and cute. Small is more accurate. Yeah, look at her. I'm like this. Look at Bruce Goals is up in there. Salute to Bruce Goals. Finally got to you, brother. We just had a heavy discussion. Oh, one of my mods that you never get to see very much, Michael Johnson Boxing Talking More, came in starting some shit. with about the natives, and y'all already know I'm gonna go off. And so we've been all over the earth right now. And so you missed a lot of good stuff. I believe you missed a whole lot of good stuff. I don't know. You might have been here for a lot of it because I'm just now rolling down. Yeah. But Bruce Gold said salute. He said my bruh at Eagles Wear Boxing. Yep. Lala D say, oh, you guys, the green tea from Costco is, she said it's on point. She said it's on point 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. Well, you got to send us a picture of it or something. Put that shit up for your picture. You don't have a picture up. So every once in a while, if you got a product, and this goes for people that don't have a picture. If you don't want to put a picture up, then put up a picture of a product that you endorse. Just for, I mean, you can tell us the name of it. Just put up a picture of just the box so we know what it looks like. You can cover the name up because I don't really want y'all, don't advertise for them for everybody. Just advertise for a few people. Like me, I put up stuff. It's like, I don't care. Because I want y'all to, to grow too. D-Ray Overphone said, Bruce goes everywhere, salute. Yeah, Bruce goes everywhere, huh? Bruce goes at Lala D. He got the anchor up there. He said with the strength. He got the strength up there. He got the glove up there. He got the Purple Heart out there. Are y'all wounded because of the crow? He said 100% power, baby. Bruce Gold says that D-Ray off a phone. He said, salute, my bruh. Okay, Lala D said, she said, I cold brew green tea all the time. She said, and Costco is the best. It has a nice mild flavor, nice color, and matcha in it. Okay, got that matcha. Yeah, that's the big deal now, matcha, right? How about just taking some of that green tea on a nice day, you put it in a jar, and just put it in the window. If you have a window, if you have I don't know what the shit's called in the kitchen. If you have that little thing that sticks out the window, or you have a nice little place, make you some sun tea with that green tea. Then see how good it is. It's gonna be real good. Lala D Bruce Gold, she said, yow. Lala D Bruce Gold, she said with the heart and the crown. Derek Bailey, salute at Bruce Goes. And then Bruce goes at Derek Bailey, salute my bruh. Lala D, she said, yeah, Cynthia. She said, have a long course wig for Vegas. She said, ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm not a young sister, sexy Chaka Khan or Diana Ross. Yeah, you go ahead and wear your thing, baby. You go ahead and do it. I don't necessarily prefer you women or you girls to wear your unnatural hair, but y'all do what you got. That's in fashion. That's what you want to do. I love hair. I just love it. Don't matter what your hair is. I don't care. It could be nappy as who's that? Who said that? Was it Michael? I think it was Michael Johnson. Boston talking more. No, it wasn't him. Who came here talking about their hair? It was toe up. I think it might have been Michael. I got to go all the way. Let me see. But y'all always start off so wrong in Eagles Web. Y'all can't come in and just be like a quiet, nice, attentive audience. Y'all got to come in and with some kind of, and start something like right away. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that hybrid stuff. Yeah, more than that hybrid stuff. That's what it is. That's what it is. That hybrid stuff. Yeah. But let me finish, man. Y'all killing me today, man. Y'all just. But we get through this. I'm gonna read them all. I'm gonna read them out today, though. Y'all came in. Y'all felt good over this weekend. Y'all felt good. Michael Johnson about to talk more. He said Bruce goes. He said what's up. He said I was listening to y'all this morning. Good show. Bruce goes said Michael Johnson about to talking more. Yeah, he said he got the hands together with the salute, brother, with the 100. Lala D said the Indians give their hair to the temples, the Hindus. Okay, so the Hindus. Okay, then the temples sell it. Then the Chinese buy the hair too, and drain it for proteins. Only God knows what they do with it, because they do have fake rice and stuff and everything else over there that they're feeding the people. Believe me. If somebody tells you that the landfills are okay now, the landfills are great now. You best believe that garbage is going to some of your food. Look at the truth of what they really feed pigs. They probably took that down though. Because the pigs, all that pork you eating, they feed them plastic and everything else, all the garbage and plastic and all. You cannot digest plastic. Some of that shit's in their system. It's all poisonous. Y'all eating. I just feel bad for y'all, the ones that can't get away from that. But you're right. God knows what they're doing with the protein or whatever. I'm telling you, they're experimenters. They're not scientists. They're like little kids. You know how little kids are? When you're a little kid, you grow up, you're like, oh shit, I better learn. Because you learn from your parents. Don't put that shit together with that. Don't you mix this and that. Don't you mix ammonia with the bleach. Don't you do this and do that. But see, certain kids, they grow up and they still want to do that shit. Even if they learn, hey, that makes it a poisonous nerve toxin. And they still want to do it when they get older. See, a grown person, you grown. A grown man and grown woman don't want to do that shit. They want to do something to preserve life. They don't want to do shit to just take away from life. That shit's explosive. Oh, is it? And you just still blowing shit up when you get older. You know what I mean? You blow up shit when you little. You get them with the M80s and all that M40s. You get all that shit, which is basically like a little piece of dynamite. You can kill yourself with it. And you sit there. I watched a video of this idiot. He has a lighter. He lights a, looked like it had to be an M80. He lights it. And he was going to, instead of setting it on top of a bucket, he sets the lighter on top of the bucket and then runs off with it. They didn't show what happened to him, but I'm like, I know that blew his hand off. I'm like, what an idiot. Stop playing with that shit if you can't do it safely. I know people want noise and shit for 4th of July. Why are you making so much noise for the independence of America when you still ain't independent? Right now, you dependent on everything. You can't even do your own will. No, we got to have your papers to come up in here. They got that Hitler shit going on right now. I'm sorry. This is my opine on it. They got that whole Hitler. Can I see your papers? Which that shit supposed to be against HIPAA in the first place. For you to disclose any kind of medical condition that you have because it's against the law to discriminate. For anybody that's medically challenged in any kind of way. But then they got you showing your papers to some random guy at a door. Like he a doctor, like he knows how to read papers and shit. Like he knows how. In doctor's notation, you can't even read it anyway. They write it a certain way because they go to school for that. That's why you can't copy a prescription. Because they write it a certain way. That's illegal. That's a jargon or inscriptions that they write that the pharmacist can read. They take that up in a portion of pharmacology in school. That they take that up. Okay, here let's hurry up and go. yeah. There you go. But Michael Johnson boxer talking more. He said you either blow something up or melt your lungs trying to make gold. See, that's gonna happen to you. If y'all don't, just because I said that, don't y'all go out there and think, oh yeah, Eagle said we can make gold. I never gave your ass permission. You got too much of that, what do you call that, curiosity shit in you. Get that shit out your system. Yeah. We're going to have to come back and do a show, man. Y'all killed Eagle today. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so Bruce Gold said, I finally got one right. Shakir is something special. Yeah, there you go. D-Ray off the phone said, Lala, she said, more than God knows what they are doing. That's right. Jack Bray said, facts, and Bruce Goes. But y'all, Sir Hussein said, cow tastes better. Wow, look at him. Oh, I can't get y'all. I'm not trying to get y'all off of meat. Y'all keep eating it. But then again, Lala D said, wow. And then Lala D again said, D-Ray, she crying with the 100. Bruce Gold said, I had a buffalo tenderloin, and that was the best steak I ever had. Now, okay, Bruce Gold is, okay. Lala D said, when, Bruce? Y'all, Sir Hussein said, camel and deer wasn't my thing at all. Yeah, that deer has a certain taste. Deer, believe me, that y'all don't know how to, y'all messing with deer, you ain't got no business. The natives have to show you how to do deer. Y'all don't know how to do our foods, man. The stuff that we had to sacrifice to live with. Michael Johnson Boxer Talking More said, Bruce, next time I barbecue, I'm gonna look for that. You're not cooking right now. Michael Johnson Boxer Talking More is always cooking. Bruce Gold says that Lala D, a small local cafe, a couple of years ago. That's when he got picked up that good food. Michael Johnson Boxer Talking More said, "Yeah, sir. A lot of herders can't cook there." He said, laughing out loud. They swear they can, but they suck. That's what it is. Michael Johnson Boxer Talking and More knows. Some people just don't know how to cook it. Derek Bailey said ostrich meat is good, but expensive. It's very expensive, right? And they should have enough ostriches here, because at one point, I think it was back in the 90s and stuff, they were selling ostrich eggs and ostriches and stuff where somebody would take care of it for you. You just paid for the egg, and then you could profit off of that. Okay, Yasser Hussein is at Michael Johnson Boxing Talking More. I won't read that because now I can catch up. So Derek Bailey is at Lala D. Lala D is at Derek Bailey. Yasser Hussein is putting something out there, general statement, but still ain't fond of deer, camel, or rabbit. Thinking about it. Lala D said Derek Bailey. Okay, those bumps on the leather. Yeah, yeah, that ostrich. I got some. Derek Bailey said it boots. Yep. Lala D said Derek Bailey. Okay. Bruce goes. He said I'm a doe. I said I only drink H2O. Yep. Okay. Yasser Hussein said Lala D. Okay. Lala D as Yasser. Derek Bailey. Okay, as Yasser. Derek Bailey at Yasser again. Yasser, Derek Bailey. Derek Bailey. Oh, you have to marinate deer meat. It's really gamey. All right. Yasser Hussein is okay. Is that Derek Bailey? Okay, now I finally got somebody. Bruce Goes finally came back to me, came back to the host. He said I was on the panel last night with my homie Vinny Paz. We had a great chop at Eagles Web Boxing. Yeah, man, I'd be willing to talk with y'all. I just got to be off or something. Let me see. Really? Okay, Derek Bailey is at y'all, sir. Bruce Goes. Healthy diet is number one. He said, I live by it. There you go. You try to take care of yourself because they're going to poison you anyway, but just take care of yourself the best you can. Okay. Y'all, sir, is back at Derek. I got to read all the way down just to make sure. Derek Bailey, like Jason Pierre Paul, blew his hand. Yeah, blew his hand off. People stupid. Yeah, but that was an idiot though. He put the lighter down and ran off with the damn bomb in his hand. That's some cartoon type shit, right? Yeah, Bruce Gold said I successfully copied many OKRXs back in the day. Any junkie can do it. There goes that theory. Yeah. No, but they go to school for that and they change it. They don't always do the same. Because, see, there's still a writing, and you're right, that people can get away with it. I have done it myself. I have, practiced it myself. But the thing about it is every doctor has their style of writing. And that pharmacy will call. It depends on where you're at, because the pharmacy can call the doctor up. They can't call the doctor's office up. Then you just got to leave. Or I'll just come back and pick it up. And you just never bring your ass back. Yeah. But that's what it is. Yeah, you can definitely do it. He's right about that, though. But Bruce Gold said red meat has the closest amino profile to human than any other source. Keep it clean and lean. Now, I don't eat meat at all, brother. I don't eat no protein, no meat. I don't eat no I don't believe in that whole protein protocol. I don't. That's scientific to me. They still 17. They still 17. I don't mess with none of that. I don't mess with none of that shit. I don't mess with none of that shit. Just don't mess with it. I'm out. I don't do no powerlifting no more. I don't do none of that. But I don't mess with meat. I mean, because you can think about the animals, they got close meat. Their meat is close to human or whatever. But how they get their meat close? Were they eating meat to get their meat close to your meat? Or was they eating something else? They was out there eating grass. So they became a protein animal from eating grass. And you look at them, they ain't nothing but muscle. You look at people's got all kinds of flab and everything else flopping all over their body. But anyway, that's another discussion. I'm not gonna knock, like I said, I'm not gonna knock y'all. Y'all can eat as much meat as y'all want. Yep. Lala D said something. She said, check out Bruce Gold's show, fourth quarter talk. It's super. No, he never gave it to me. Fourth quarter talk. I'm gonna go check it out. You know me. That's one thing. All y'all gotta do is ask me. I'm not one of those type of hosts. I'm not. Y'all have no arrogancy in me whatsoever. None. I've been told that before though, because people didn't understand me and just don't know me. Oh, you're arrogant. You got idiots. Some people are just stupid. And stupid people get mad at you. You're not going to ever listen. I do listen. And that's why I like to have discussions, because I can go back and forth. I just give out information. And the people I give out information to, if they appreciate me, I appreciate them. If they don't appreciate me, I still appreciate. How many people come in here and I don't appreciate them? Yeah. You know, but I know the native people eat a lot. They eat buffalo. When we go to different events, they always eat buffalo. They will never offer me buffalo. And they will say he doesn't eat the animals of the earth. That's what they'll tell you. He don't eat the animals of this earth. Because he's not on that level. And that's what they'll tell you. I'm not going to fight with somebody that's eating, because I will feed them sometime. I got to be the one to cook. I had to cook the salmon up or something, but I ain't eating it. So y'all go ahead. Y'all trust what these people done with everything. And you think that this is the earth is like it is. If you would have seen this earth 1,000 years ago, you wouldn't even recognize it today. If you think this is what the earth's supposed to look like. That's just in case I forget. Okay. Yeah, but this is straight up BS here with the way that they do us. Yeah, we can't add you guys anymore like we used to. Yeah, we used to be able to look at people's pages to make sure that they was, legit. But they did that on purpose on YouTube so you could get trolls. So you could get like sneaky ass trolls, because they probably send some of them in here. And that's probably why they did it, is because what happened is the trolls that they was sending they was losing too many accounts. They said, well, try this one, try that one. They had to keep doing that shit. I'm quite sure they had something to do with it. Well, they had everything to do with it, because they're the one that did it. You gotta look out for yourself, folks. That's my main thing, is that you guys look out for yourself. That's all I'm saying. Just look out for yourself. Don't believe everything that's told. Just because you grew up a certain way, don't think that that's the way. That's why you become an adult, so you can, figure shit out. Critical thinking. Just because critical thinking is in school doesn't mean it's critical thinking. Yeah, I wrote it down, but since you put it in there, let me click on that. And I will add you up. And I just subscribe to you. And I just put on notifications too. Yep. That's how Eagle do it. Don't worry about it. So that's how I'm going to do it. Let me get back in here. Come on, let's talk about you. Y'all trying to keep away from that crow. They diverting the shit out of me. Yeah, they diverting me. They got me like, tell Eagle, just keep talking about keep doing what you're doing. They on that Roger Mayweather. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't want you to say what you got to say about it. Yeah, D-Lo 404. There you go. See, D-Lo 404. He wants to go back to boxing. Yeah, they hijacked my show again, D-Lo. Your brother Michael Johnson, Boxing Talking More, came in here. He started He started talking about native as soon as he came in here, talking about the white woman that was doing the, you know, doing the native, shit, trying to pretend like she's native and all that, and yeah, so they had me on a roll. So then I just had to take him across the whole, world. Lala D said, Asante, see, I have been trying to avoid meat. The only thing I have at home is sardines and turkey jerky. They claim it's healthy. No sulfites, no nitrites. I only eat the jerky occasional. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil y'all with meat, but I'm just to let you know that meat is flesh, and meat is more or less is. Are you eating fresh meat? That's one question I'm gonna ask you. Are you eating fresh meat when you eat meat? Is it fresh? When I say fresh, that means it's only the heart is out of the animal right away. It was just warm-blooded like an hour ago, 2 hours ago. Fresh. You're actually eating decayed meat, and you don't even know it because you think it's fresh, or you think because they aged it and they tricked your ass into thinking, oh, we aged it, oh, it's been dry rubbed and this and that. It's flesh. It is flesh that it's decaying. It's decaying, and that's why you're able to eat it as well as you're able to eat it, because you don't even have the teeth to eat meat. Meat eaters have teeth like this, like alligators and sharks and wolves. They have the tigers and shit. They have those sharp teeth. You don't have canine teeth. That was a trick. These are not canines. Oh, they got canine teeth. Okay, well, I don't have very many of them. Even the nature of you were told, your nature, your natural body told you that you were not a meat eater. Even though you are, and I'm not knocking you for it, but this is my opine, just take it. I took that you was a meat eater, so take that I'm not. That my body tells me I'm not a meat eater. Just by my teeth tell me I'm not. If I don't have seasoning and cooking and knife and fork and all that shit, I'm definitely not a meat eater. But I could damn sure grab an orange or apple off a tree and start biting and start eating right away like it ain't nothing. I can just start chewing on that like nothing. But anyway, let's get off of that. And let's go that because D-Lo come in, he wants us to talk about that crow. But Lala D, she said, Yasu Hussein, he said, salute fam at D-Lo 404. Salute to D-Lo 404 from Eagles Web again. And Lala D is at D-Lo 404. She's at D-Lo with the love out there. Derek Bailey, salute at D-Lo 404. Lala D, she said, my sardines are canned. That's it. And they cooked right away too, though. By the way, they do cook fish right away. If they're going to cook fish, they cook it right away. They don't let it sit around. But anyway, they will still sell you some on ice, though. And you can tell that it's not fresh because the eyes will kind of glaze over. They're not clear. Anyway, Lala D says sardines are good. She said they heavenly to me. Bruce Gold say, my G kills me some of my best and freshest, but I eat tons of chicken almost every day. Yeah, chicken's a hybrid, but that's okay. We've grown up on that chicken smell good. When they frying it up, though, you be, oh, that chicken. You like fried chicken, baked chicken, roasted chicken, or steamed chicken, or boiled chicken? How you like it? Chopped up, diced up? Yeah, I'm a chef too, but I don't. Yeah, you can get into everything because these are natural things. That's why I took up so many skills. That's why I got so many skill sets, because I just do everything. So the only time I eat meat that fresh is when I'm back home in the village. That's right. Lala D said right now I have sardines and mustards and dill. There you go. Usually I buy them in oil. There you go. Only if I killed it. That's it. If you killed it. Derek Bailey said, kidding. Lala D said, Asante, you will not take fish away from me. The meat you can have. Okay, I'm not trying to take your fish. And believe me, I cannot take fish away from the natives either. Some of them I got a lot of them. They start thinking about the meat and they slow down on meat. Matter of fact, I had my lead singer. He was like, "Yeah, I stopped eating that meat for a while." Yeah, I started losing weight and everything. I started having more energy. I felt better. He said, "But I love that." He loves some meat though, especially chicken. He loves some chicken, that baked chicken. Woo! Because over there at the center, over at the Native Center, they buy them for us and then they heat them up. But they buy them like they might get them at Costco or something. I don't know where they get them. But they fill the whole freezer's full of these roasted chickens, you know. And they be killing that chicken. I said, no. I said, where's the cantaloupe and all that? Where's my fruit? Bruce Gold says 67. He said I eat a balanced diet. No dairy, no wheat though. Okay, no wheat. I eat old grain wheat. Like kamut. I eat spelt. I eat kamut. I eat quinoa. I used to have quinoa or amaranth right outside my house. Didn't even know that was amaranth. That's an old ancient native grain. Didn't even know. Yeah, Derek Bailey. Okay, so we're all done with that. So let's get to talking. Kidnappers. Y'all show nappers, man. I'm just letting y'all know. You guys are. Yep, my show nappers in here. They hijacked my show. Start off with Michael Johnson's boxing talk. You know, comes in here starting stuff with Eagle. He know Eagle gonna respond. Y'all know what kind of stuff I'm gonna respond to. But yeah, can I have my crow, please? That's what D-Lo is wondering. D-Lo come in asking for the crow. He said, "Nah, forget all that other stuff, all that meat shit. It ain't about that. It's about eating that crow." And guess what time it is in Eagles Web Boxing? It's about eating that crow. Yeah, but a lot of the terms, like I went to school for a lot of these different things that people talk about, the you know, the aminos and all that type of stuff, branch chains. I'm not gonna get into anything scientific because I kind of dropped all that shit off. I let all that stuff go when I see that you got people that's actually just trying to survive off of, there's one guy in particular, he eats nothing. And that's actually my thought. I thought we were never supposed to really use our stomach. And yes, it was. And our stomach was only supposed to be used for us to grow up until a certain age. And then it wasn't supposed to be used like that often. So this guy doesn't eat at all. He just does not eat. He doesn't eat. And they call themselves breatharians. And he's a beautiful brown skinned brother that I guess he's one of the chiefs of the movement. And I understand what they're doing because it makes a lot of sense to me. I just can't see not eating anything at all for your entirety. I would feel like, hey, you need to eat something. But it says it brings them to a whole different frequency and all that. Okay, but off of that, because that's going to turn into a huge subject. Y'all not going to just keep me here on Monday. Shakur Stevenson had a lot of people to eat that crow. And it just goes to show that a skill set versus another skill set. Or I know a lot of people, I know you still want to put it in these terms. I know you want to say the styles make fights. And I'm always going to say adjustments make fights. But when your skill set is limited and you can't make adjustments and you can't speed up, like I got to speed my punches up. I got to do this. I got to have a different kind of movement. I got to, if everything is against you, if your height and reach and everything and skill set is against you, then you may end up with problem. Harry just had problems, and a lot of people, I don't know, maybe somebody saw it this way, but a lot of people just did not see the fight being so one-sided. Now, I know there's going to be arguments about stoppages and stuff like that, but sometimes you can stop a fight. It looks bad on the record, but just stop it if you feel there's zero chance. If you get down to like 1%, 1% on chances of zero, then maybe you should stop it. Especially if you're not like a heavy hitter like that. The type of person that can take a whooping as long as they got stamina is, and I'm not throwing his name out there for any kind of disrespect, but somebody like Ernie Shavers, somebody like that. If you didn't put him out, if he's gonna make it for the whole 12 rounds and you're getting tired, then leave him in the fight. because he's going to hit you so hard that, I mean, if he can land, it's going to feel like somebody took an axe and just split your ass in half. And he might just take you, get you up out of there. No, sardines and smelts is different. I see what you put down there, Derek. Isn't sardines and smelts the same thing? I actually did something that's phenomenal one time, and it don't sound phenomenal. It just sounds crazy. I don't even know why I did it, but I was just saying, I just have these ideas sometimes of doing stuff. And so there was a shallow pool of mackerel that were close to shore. And I saw them because somebody said, oh, yeah, the mackerel, they come in close. And so there were some pelicans that were flying up in the air. I said, I wonder if I can grab a mackerel and throw it up to a pelican and he catches it. It wasn't on film. It would have been nice to have that on film. But I actually did it. Actually, with one swipe, I grabbed the mackerel, and in the same motion, I threw it up to the pelican, and he actually grabbed it out the air. I'm like, it's wild. I've never seen nobody do that. And I do things sometimes that I just don't, my mind tells me, hey, that'd be neat if you could do it. But I end up doing it. It's like, you shouldn't be able to do shit like that. But I actually done it. Believe it or not, it was actually something that was done. But back to it. So when you have a certain talent, and Stevenson is just showing his talent, and I don't know where you guys want to move him. If you guys want to move him up the echelon, but I still think, I'm not gonna say the jury's out for deliberation on this. I think he can fight anybody he wants to, because eventually they're gonna have to fight. Is he capable of beating anybody? He can be. It could be that way. But then again, the same thing we looked at with Herring is we thought it was going to be more competitive. We might think that same way about Shakur. So I just put the caution out there. But I'm going to put him up on, I'm going to put him up on at least on my A list. Like he's an A-lister now, that he can, he has the right to fight anybody. All fighters have the right to fight because they're all professional. But I think he's looked good enough to just like, to make a statement like, yeah, I'm one of the best. Maybe even a couple more wins that I can be mentioned in the pound for pound. I don't usually mention pound for pound, and we know because there's only one pound for pound for me, and that's Sugar Ray Robinson. There is no other pound for pound. There's no such thing. It's just something that they made up, and we go with it, and so I go with that too. But take a bite. Look at the menu. I know everybody's salivating because y'all been talking about y'all meat eaters and stuff like that. If it's the first time that you had crow and eagle's web, then if you look at my little model just going back and forth right underneath him, that salted, stretched out crow, that is yours today. If you've never had crow before, that's yours. If you had crow before, then you choose anything else on that menu. You can have crow pie, which I got two of them. I got one crow. He's looking at it like he's in disgust, like looking down at the pie. Yeah, my brother in this pie. Should I eat it or not? If a crow gonna eat the pie, it must be pretty good. And somebody's asked me about the crow, and you can actually find a recipe. Believe it or not, you can find a recipe for crow pie. It is a meat pie, and you can find a recipe for it. I'm not suggesting any of you eat crow pie, but I'm just saying there's such thing as a real recipe for crow pie. And I think that is a real crow pie right there, believe it or not. But the caution is that sometimes crow will eat the carrion. So if you're going to eat that, so just stay away from that. Yep. Look at Derek Beatty with the I told you so. I told you. He said, I told you Shakur would beat the brakes off of Herring at Eagles Web Boxing. Yeah, you told me, brother. I said that Shakur was going to win. When did I say he wasn't going to win? I said that we were pulling for it. I said because of personality-wise, we probably was pulling for Herring. Herring, what a champion is all about to me. There you go, D-Ray off the phone. The Herring's still, don't give it up. I would say that you just have to do more. But Derek Beatty's, look at Derek Beatty right back with the hate. Former champ at D-Ray off the phone. Okay, let me get back into this too then. Okay, because you guys are starting trouble. So, let me pull these up. I'm going to read these off and you guys tell me how you did. And then I had some more to cover. God dang, man. Dang. You guys, my time just it's really burnt up. Okay, so Herring versus Stevenson. If you was a loser on that, if you had to eat crow, put up a C. Or put up a 1, a 1 or a C, whichever one you feel comfortable with. Zayas and Kopinski. I know you was probably going with the American. I told you I was going with the Puerto Rican on this one, right? I went with Zayas, right? So I'm more or less I'm 2 for 2. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take the crow for Herring because I wanted him to win, even though I didn't really pick him. I'm a volunteer crow eater. I don't care. Revis, okay, I know Derek Bailey had Revis. Revis, Rosicki, I had Revis too. So Revis, Rosicki, Lopez and Soto. So Lopez and Soto's. That was a disqualification. I think I went with Lopez. So I'm only down 1 on those. Now I'm gonna tell you some fights I didn't know about. So you guys can say if you guys got Crow, you got your menu already. I'm gonna tell you fights I didn't know about. I didn't know about Nico Ali. I didn't know if it was that live. I didn't know. I watched it. I didn't know if it was live or not. And I watched Benavidez. I don't know if that was live or not. So was that live? Does anybody know if those was live fights? Because I called them late. Okay, I see a lot of D say I picked. She picked Zayas. So if you guys got Crow on that, those on the other ones that you could possibly got yourself a Crow plate. Yeah, I had him too, Lala. Me and you had him too. Derek, I don't know if Derek had if he had Zayas or not. I know he had Revis for sure. I said Revis a win. I said, but I know Canada's close. I said, but Revis a win. Yeah. So going into this week here, we got Ennis coming up. I know everybody's going for Ennis, so I'm not even worried about that. Hey, you know what? If we got to eat Crow Ennis, we're gonna be in trouble. I mean, anything can happen though, shit. But as a group, I don't think we're not gonna lose on that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me finish reading. Okay, D. Ralph phone is at Derek, and then Derek. A lot of D is at Derek Bailey. Derek Bailey. Derek Bailey say murdered that fish eagle. Yep. Yeah, that was kind of What? No, see, Derek. The thing is, it was something that you think in your mind. Like I know I was blessed with real quick reflexes, and to this day I still have them. And most people lose their reflexes at a certain point, but I still haven't lost my reflexes, and I don't know why. But I don't question it. I don't just say, "Well, damn, I got super reflexes." In that case, I thought I could do it, but I didn't know it was going. I didn't know it was going to be true. I didn't know that I was going to be able to grab a fish and with one motion and throw him up into the air, and then a pelican would catch it. Now that's just you just don't think like that. But brother, he said I murdered the fish. Well, guess what? The pelican was eventually going to get him anyway. That's my optimistic way of looking at pelicans. Like pelicans are good fishermen. Derek Baser, yeah, they're good at a lot of D. Okay, Derek Baser, remember when Herring got out of the fight with the cut? That's why I knew he was suspect at Eagles Way of Boxing. No, Derek Bailey, we wasn't. Now, as far as him being suspect, I'm not going to jump on him like that. Like, say he was suspect because of this and because of that. It might be some telltale signs. I could say that. I like him more. I knew he's going to lose. I said Stevenson is going to win. I told you guys that too. Just like you said you told me. I told you guys too. I said Stevenson will win. I said, but I just like Herring better. As far as I said, if I had to go on personality, I said I would pick Herring. But personality is not skill set. Simple as that. Yeah, but you're right about that too, though. But I'm not gonna. But sometimes if you can get out of something without getting a lot of damage, sometimes you just get out of it. If you break your leg, you're like, I'm not gonna continue today. I'll just go and take that L, and come back. Sometimes you just do that. These fighters are not cut out of the same cloth, and we're gonna have this discussion forever. They will never be cut out of the same cloth because the sensitivity that's around them. There's too much sensitivity around this whole earth to where these fighters aren't going to be like those throwback fighters no more. Every once in a while, you get one that's kind of sheltered. He's not watching television, not watching the media, and he's out there in the cave somewhere training. That's different. When you see one of those, that's when everybody's eyes get big. Oh, this guy's crazy. That's like when Mike Tyson came out. Everybody was scared to death because God dang, got a monster up in here. See? Every once in a while, you'll get one of those, but most time you're not going to get one of those. But they're gonna have they're gonna have a certain size of their personality. But yeah, we just enjoy the Crow today. Yeah, sometimes our predictions just don't go well. Going into this weekend, we'll probably do better. I don't know. I see that Nico Ali. I see he likes to wear the championship trunks that his grandfather wore. That was Ali used to wear the white with the black stripe. Yeah, when he first started off, that was his basic trunks that he used to wear. Then he started wearing the red. He started wearing the other ones with the red, and then he started wearing the tassels and everything else. Which, believe it or not, tassels are just another form of fringes. And natives wear fringes for some reason. I don't know why Ali was attracted to wearing fringes on his shoes. Maybe he was making a statement, letting people really know something. Sometimes you got to read outside of things. You can't just go by what people say. Sometimes you got to look at what they're doing also. Right? Oh shit, Eagle done started something else again, huh? Yeah. So basically just one plate of Crow for me. I'm not going to sit here and get my stomach full. Yeah, but that one, it went the distance though. Yeah. They said Eagle. She got the hands up. She said, I picked Zayas. Yeah. Yeah. Derek Bailey said, me too. He said about 4th round KO. Talking to Lala. Derek Bailey. Wow. She said she had a split decision. Okay. Y'all see what I'm saying? He said I had a 5-round. He said I had a 5-round Rozeki. So I ate Crow on that. Okay, so you finally lost one, huh? Because you know how y'all sort of be getting 100% all the time. All my predictions came true. They finally got your ass. Oh, Rozeki got your ass, huh? Got you. Yeah. Finally. Yeah. But it was unanimous, though. It was unanimous. Yeah. You know what? I know what got you too, though, y'all, sir. What got you was that unshakable record. That unshakable record, that was, you know what I mean? That's what got you. Oh, well, he's undefeated. Yeah, see, they're undefeated to get you sometimes, yeah. Yeah, Ali, yeah. Yeah, Ali was live. Yeah, he looked good. He actually was throwing a little bit of combinations like his grandfather. I don't know how far he'll really go, but the Ali name alone. But the look is completely different. He don't look like Grandpa at all. Yeah, Bruce Gold said he's far from his namesake. Yeah, I know he's far from his namesake. Yeah, Yasser Hussein said he said apart from that, he said I picked Ali. He said okay, he picked Zayas, and he picked Shakir in boxing, Vittori. What about Benavidez? Was that live too? In UFC, so I done okay overall. You doing good, man. You better start putting money on yourself, man. If you win in that many, that means you can come home with money. Just put the same amount on each fight. Derek Bailey said, yeah, it was live. Didn't know he was fighting that night though. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, cause the Benavidez fight. Yeah, yeah. Derek Bailey said right at Bruce Goes. I think Elias may turn out to be something. He could. Yeah, he could. Lala said, she said, I have fringes. There you go. The fringes. Yeah, that's native. Lala said, I haven't worn them though yet. Said Derek Bailey said, hey, Eagle. Said, why were Apache warriors great runners? The Apache people? You know what? I gotta ask my Apache brother. I think it had to do a lot with their environment. We had to do a lot of running too. Any of the plains natives and stuff had to do some running. Or the ones that's out there, just the one, not just the mountains. If you're out there, you got to run. That's part of your training. When you're growing up, you're going to run. You got to run from one area to another, one village to another. Sometimes you got to get them wheels going. Matter of fact, they had some southern natives down below Mexico that could run 50, 60 miles and their heart rate wouldn't even change. Not a significant change in their heart rate. Like they would run down a deer, like they'd run that deer until the deer just couldn't go no more. Yeah. So that one, you got me on that one, brother. I really don't know. All I know is just that that's the way that they were brought up, but that's the only thing I know about them. Yep. Derek Bailey said the tassels on his boots. Yep, the tassels on his boots. A lot of D says Bruce Goes, laughing out loud. Yeah, I was just watching him, fight the other day, and I was like, "Is this?" Because I couldn't remember the fight. I couldn't remember if I seen that fight or not. I said, is this live? Or was this live right now? Yeah. I think we read that he was supposed to be fighting at Scotty Gee, right? I think so. Let me look at my go-to page that I usually have on. Let me see if it's on here at all. Let's see. Canelo Plant. Darrell's fighting again. He's fighting Hernandez. I guess I go with Darrell on that. Hernandez is just there to get beat up from now on. Right? What y'all think? Y'all think Hernandez is... You think he's still going to be fighting? Yeah. And that looks like that's the 13th. So it looks like the 13th. So the 13th he's fighting the Uskatagis. Uskatagi's going to put them hands out there too, though. Yeah, I don't think he ain't going in there to just get knocked out in no 2 or 3 rounds, I don't think. We're going to see what these fighters do. Yeah, let me see what else y'all got. Bruce Goes, Benavidez fight, yep. Yasser Hussein, he said, most of them dudes favorites you're making. He said, fuck all putting. He said he said those fiber singles and tenors on accumulators. He said I just do it for fun. I'm not a gambler. Said you ain't gonna be putting them fibers out there. So a fiber over there is what close to a 10 over here. That's like a 10 spot over here. It's close to a 10 spot, right? Was like $7.50 or something like that over here. So that's like $7.50 on each one. It don't sound bad if you're gonna win. If you're winning 70%, that's not a bad investment. Oh, okay, with the water in the mouth. I don't know if I've heard of that one. I don't see how that really helps though, but I guess so. I don't know if I've heard of any of us ever doing that, but that might be something that might be true. I don't see how it helps though. It helped at holding your breath to, run as far as you can, hold your breath, and then try to maintain regular breathing. Believe me, I got techniques to get your ass in shape. quicker than a lot of people. I get your ass out in that pool. I'm telling you, man, they be like, Coach, stop. I have your ass begging for mercy quick. I don't need to train your ass more than 10 minutes. You'll be begging for mercy after 10 minutes. You'd be like, God dang, this is a lot. I have people quit like within minutes of training with me. I have them quit, like physically quit. Basketball players just quit, like I'm out. They said, man, I don't know how you do. They said you're an alien or something. They said you're not from here. Yeah, but that's probably true. I just don't see the helpfulness of it, but that might be true. Shakir was more Ali like than his grandson. God dang, Bruce goes. Yeah, I didn't say that he like put on a performance like Ali. I said he did a combination, kind of like his granddad. That's all I said. And if I didn't say it that way, that's the way I meant it. I didn't mean, he just like his grandfather. No, there's not gonna be a Sugar Ray Robinson. There's not gonna be a Ali. Forget that. It's not gonna be a Joe Frazier. You want to see? It's not even gonna be a Jerry Corey. Because Tyson Fury got knocked out and was on the ground. Jerry Corey got knocked out, and as you see, he was still on his feet. He got knocked out. Frazier said, yo, that's a knock. He was waiting for him to drop. He said, that's a knockout punch. Watch the hook. Boom. That's a knockout punch. He said, you're knocked out. But he woke up. Bam. He froze and then woke back up and went back to jabbing, even though he was about, But that's it. That's why you need style in boxing. We ain't going to get these fighters no more. I don't care how mad you get. I don't care if you was just born in 2000 and now you mad because you don't get the same fights we got. I'm sorry. But I'm more sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. I'm not sorry. I'm just sorry for you that you don't get to see what we already witnessed. But you do get to see it because we can't act like we was there, but we can look back and we got to catch the tail end of some of them. You might have been a little baby. You might have been 3 years old, but you was looking like, oh shit, I see it. Like Larry Holmes, he's not even going to get that no more. Not going to get it. Yep. Y'all see Hussein said Ali grandson with Sugar Hill. Yeah. Teach him how to cheat. Yeah. Yeah, Derek Bray said, I tried to do it and damn near choked to death. Almost drowned on dry land. D-Ray off the phone said, wake up, Jerry. Sitting there sweating, yep. Yeah, wake your ass up, Jerry. That's right, Jerry's out. Jerry was out on his feet. Yep. Derek Bay said, yep, and y'all, sir. Hussein, y'all say crying. He said, Derek Bay, they would had your ass on that show Crazy Ways to Die. That is a crazy ass way, man. Because anything can happen. Because that should make you inhale. You hit something wrong, hit your toe. You go to swallowing that water and air at the same time. Yep. I wouldn't do that shit. I wouldn't do that. I've trained, like sometimes I hold my breath. Like I run and hold my breath. And then try not to hyperventilate, like go too hard, like just run, hold your breath. Do as much as you can do. Do certain shit underwater. There's certain stuff you do. That it helps your stamina, especially if you're not you don't really like to run like shit. I don't want to run 10 miles. But I've always been a runner. That's always, I guess it's in my blood. I've always liked to run like forever. I just like to run. Like just get out there and just run and just don't stop. It's like, you still running? Yep. So he's been running half the damn day. Yep, that's what he do. He runs. He likes to just run and run and run. That's crazy though. Bruce Gold said Jerry would be he said the Bridgerweight champion today. Yeah. I don't think a lot and this, I'm telling you right now, a lot of people couldn't mess with that kind of pressure. Even today, they couldn't mess with that kind of I mean, more of a basic boxer, basic boxing skills, but they couldn't even deal with that pressure because you had to come out and just whoop his ass. He'll end up beating you, and he didn't care about if you was a big puncher. You know he beat Shavers, right? Right. So big punches that didn't mean nothing to him. You had to be a big puncher and a good boxer. You had to like just put it on him and just put his ass out. You couldn't go in there messing around with him. He'd mess around and beat you. But that's warriorism right there. Where your legs say, "No, you ain't going to sleep. Your shit locked up." Let's go look at it. Let's look at it one more time. We get out of here, but let me look at this one more time, man. Y'all done hijacked my show again. You guys give a big shout out to Michael Johnson's Boxing Talk because he got ego today. He came in with it. He came in with the story right away, like it was hot off the press. More or less, did you see what this woman did? I said, yeah. I barely opened it up. Derek sent that to me on IG. Yeah, I barely opened it up. But see, everything locked up. Watch his legs and everything. His legs were still in going forward motion. Look, he was up on his back foot. Look, his toes in the back. His front foot is flat, and his back foot was like a brace. Like he's been in that position before. Like I done been knocked out on my feet before. Look, bam, I'm out. I'm back in it. Let's go. Damn. Woo woo. Yeah, I want good fights though. You guys already know Eagle. We just want good fights. I don't give a shit about WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO, international this and that. I don't care about the European champion, Commonwealth. I don't care nothing about none of that. We want good fighters to go in there and give us some good shows. That's all we want. Is good fights. I want to see a competitive fight for once. I want to see a good competitive fight just going the distance to where you got to look at each other like, I don't know who got it, you know. And I want them to implement a 13th round if they have a draw for a championship. If you have a draw for a championship, leave them gloves and shit on, go out for one more. So that way we'll get at least one round of good fighting. Do something. WBC is, I don't even want to mention them too much in my show. But we know what they're up to about that money. That's it. If they do anything, it's for more money. That's all it is. Yeah, he whooped Schaefer's ass. Cause like I said, some people got them skill sets, and some people just don't have the skill set, but they got the power in the heart. Maybe Schaefer's just wasn't in it, but you got your ass whooped. Bruce Gold said Joe's had arguably the best left hook in boxing. Let's look at it one more time. You think that's not a good hook? Look at the way he turned it over. Nice and close to the body. That chip was fast too. It wasn't no slow hook. Bam. That's it. But we just do that all day in Eagles Web. We put up all kinds of different, clips of fights and we still do. Man, I can't even do nothing now because everybody they hijacked my show now. So it started off as supposed to be. I said, we limit the show to an hour. So then it went from an hour to like hour and a half, and I still try to do an hour. I'm never successful. So now I'm trying to do, since I'm not successful at an hour, I'm trying to do an hour and a half. And then lately, doing an hour and a half is not successful either. Matter of fact, 2 hours is not even successful for Eagles Web Boxing because my mods, they like the other things that we bring to the show, and we just end up having other discussions, and they get all happy and stuff. Lala D is happy because she gets to hear me at work. And so she gives me my props, my little salute out, and she's just happy that I bring up other stuff. She's, oh, wow. And sometimes it's enlightening. It may give them something that they didn't have before. It's just something that I bring. But I never pat myself on the back because I don't bring stuff out unless you guys uh, want me to bring stuff out, and I don't know everything. I know nothing. I'm a dope. I don't know very much, but I know just enough to keep somebody's attention for a little while, and so I don't want to press my luck. That's right, Derek Bates. Tell him again, Derek Bates. Just get your ass out there and fight. He put with the 100 because that's what they used to do back in the day. Bruce goes is they used to throw their ass out there. The seconds, the whole idea behind the seconds again. And I probably said this like 1,000 times. Maybe I exaggerate, but a lot of times I've said this. But seconds used to be the people that just got your ass back out there to fight because they sharing the money. It wasn't a huge difference like it is now. The fighters, they politic. Because if you remember, it wasn't 100 years ago. What is this, 2021? It wasn't even 100 years ago where the fighters weren't getting all that money. They weren't getting the majority of the money. This whole fighters getting the majority of the money is new. This is new. This is still relatively new that the fighters get the money. In some cases, fighters still don't get the money. Bob Arum gets the money. And other promoters get the money. This is new. This is a new day, new thing. But we don't care about your money, though. Go out. That's your profession. So whatever you're fighting for, that's what you're fighting for. Go out there and give us a good fight. But them seconds back then, they used to, you messing up our money. You better get your ass out there and fight. I don't care if you can't see out of one eye. It wasn't about no detached retinas and all that shit back then. Hey, you go blind, you just go blind, but you getting us paid. So Derek Bates said, get your ass out there and fight. But we got so many excuses in boxing now. I don't know. Tell you what, Derek Bailey, if they are out there fighting, then we know it's a fight. I don't even know if you're a boxer anymore. Somebody can't ask me if you fight still. I don't know if you fight still. I only know if you fight still if your ass is out there fighting. Yeah, he's fighting right now. If you're not fighting right now, I don't know. Because you might have one of them built-in excuses and shit why you're not fighting. But if you got your ass out there fighting, then I'm happy. I'm like, okay, they're out there fighting. That's all I can say about that. But if you ain't out there fighting, I don't know. We supposed to get the fight. We doing like this. Like, we supposed to get the fight. I don't know. If they fight, we get it. If they don't, I guess we ain't getting it. That's simple, brother. That's how it is. But anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. Oh, yeah. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Glad that y'all mess with me. This is Monday, man. This is another one right here. This was a good one right here. This was a good adult chat. I appreciate y'all coming in. I appreciate Michael Johnson coming in with the controversy and starting shit with Eagle as soon as he got up in here. I appreciate that because it gave us something else to talk about. You know what I mean? Because we do grown folks, like I said, we do grown folks chat too. So that's what we do. We do grown folks chat. So if we're going to do grown folks chat, then that's how we do it. Do grown folks chat, and we got to talk about it. And that you always going to have these little stereotypes and all this bullshit that come up all the time. But y'all know what it is. Nothing but blessings. The Eagles web hostage takeover. It was almost like completely accomplished. Y'all got me though. Y'all got the extra time, but I had no choice today though. I had no choice because of the topic. We came in with the talk, so I didn't really have a choice. I had to stay. I had to wrap it up. We didn't really get in, as far as like the crow. We didn't get into the fights as much. The fight I just more or less named what happened. Disqualifications, unanimous decisions, stoppages, but the Shakur Herring fight is what made I think that's what made the weekend exciting. Because if the result had been different, we might have said that the boxing week, the weekend of boxing was boring. We might have said that. If that wasn't the case. Okay. Bruce Gold said, I miss Michael Johnson boxing. Okay, I get it on the playback. Okay, brother. Yeah, look at the beginning of the show. Yeah, the beginning of the show, man, was straight. It was fire, man. It was fire. It was straight up fire. That's because of Lala D and them and Derek Brady. That's because of them. And Michael Johnson boxing talking more, like I said. But anyway, I'm going to catch y'all, man.